So I've already sent you the data sheet for today's practical, or all the data set which we are going to take up in this week as a practical session. So you can see that in the chat box, the link is also provided to you by which you can access that data sheet. And I've also emailed this sheet to all of you. So the first sheet is that you can simply download the problem and the data sheet. Just open a browser and simply in that browser. So when you'll open this browser onto your computer or laptop, whatever you are using, so you can see that there are so today we will be dealing with this survival practical. So you need to download these two. Already we have discussed the sample size practical on Friday. This survival practical data and the problem sheet on the survival. So first of all, download this survival practical data, and just the Google Sheet will open, and then go to the file and simply download the data. So this data will be downloaded, and then go back and also then open this problem sheet also, in which the description of the data is given, that what data we are going to use, and also download this. So once you have downloaded these two on your computer, after that you can see it will be in your downloads folder, and so you can see this is the data which we will be taking up. So the data are available on sheet number 1, sheet number 2, sheet number 3, and sheet number 4. Okay, so this is all these 4 data are rectangular data, in which the first row contains the name of the variables, and the rest of them are the cases. And the description of these data is given on this Word file that also we have downloaded. So let it open. So let us have a view of this also. So you can see that just a minute. So this is the Word file, the first problem which is available on sheet number 3, and this is the description of the data which is on sheet number 1, sheet number 2, and sheet number 4. So totally there are 4 data sets, and the first data set which is available on sheet number 1. So first of all, we will discuss this data, and then we will before analyzing data, we'll try to understand what this data is, and then we'll try to use survival analysis on this data. So the data which is available on sheet number 1, that is a randomized trial of 2 treatment regimes for lung cancer, and this is a standard survival analysis data. So there is a variable which is treatment. So one is the standard treatment, and one is the test treatment, and the cell type, 1 is stands for squamous, 2 stands for small cell, 3 stands for adeno, and 4 for large. And then there is one variable which is the time, and this is the time of the survival time. Then the very important variable is the status variable, that is whether the patient the event have occurred to the patient, or the event didn't occur to the patient, up to the time of study. Then the Carnot score, 100 means good, 0 means poor. Diagnosis time, then month from diagnosis to randomization, and then age of the patient in here, and whether he's taking any prior therapy or not. So you can see that this data is here on sheet number 1. Okay, so if I will just, so you can see that how, so there are 137 observation, and the cell type, time, status, 1-0, Carnot score, diagnosis time, age, and prior. Okay, so here in the this you can see the status is the censoring time. Now what we will do, we'll try to call this data set into the SPSS and do some cleaning and then proceed for doing the survival analysis. So how to do that? So for this, just open your SPSS and then go to the file and open and then click on the data. So since data is into the downloads folder, okay, or wherever you have downloaded, and its format is Excel. Okay, so what you have to do, that you have to search that data, that where it is. So the name of the data is survival practical data. So simply open it. Okay, so now you can see that here from there you can select that which sheet you want to select. So first of all, we'll try to analyze the data which is available on sheet number 1. So we'll select sheet number 1. Then read variable names from the first row. So we have marked this percentage of value that determines the data. Ignore hidden rows and column, and then remove leading spaces for string variable. So let it be, and then this is how the data will look like. You can have a preview of the data. Okay, so you can see, and then click OK. So now you can see that this is how this data is being yeah. Okay, so now what we will try to do, that this is the data for which we are interested, and we will try to analyze this data. Now for this, the most important thing is that first of all we have to do some cleaning of the data, or you can say when we transfer the data from Excel to SPSS, so we have to do some sort of manipulation, not manipulation exactly, some sort of cleaning, so that one can understand the data in a very proper way. So this you can see TRT, treatment. This stands for treatment. Okay, this is a numeric. So you can write down here, it is a treatment type. Okay, so why we are labeling it treatment type? Because by doing this, if you share this data with your collaborators, so they will able to understand that what is the meaning of TRT. Okay, so the meaning of TRT is treatment type, and then into the values, one stands for what? So that you can see that in the Word file, one stands for standard treatment, two stands for test treatment. Sachin. So so one stand for standard and two stand for test. So you can see that here into the one stand for, label it standard, add, and two stands for test, and then click OK. So this is, you have given the values to these numeric value. Then the cell type, you can see the cell type is squamous, small cell. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to convert this cell type into the numeric variable and label it. So for this, what you have to do, that go to the transform and recode into the same variable. What you have to record? You have to record the cell type, then old and new values. Okay, so what is the old value? So from the word file or this, you can say one stands for squamous. So just copy it here from here, and then squamous stands for this, write down 1. Okay, and then again second one is a small cell. So this small cell stands for 2. Add it, and then 3 is the adeno. Adeno stands for 3, and then fourth one is the large. Okay, then continue and then click OK. Okay, so you can see that what we did, we converted this 1 2 3 4 like this, and then again now we can change cell types from string to numeric. Okay, so here you can write down the name of the cell type or whatever the description you want to give, and then here you have to write down 1 stands for SQAMOU squamous, 2 stands for a small cell, and 3 stands for adeno, and 4 stands for large cell. This is the correct way of doing the data analysis. So now the another important variable is this time variable and the status variable. Okay, these two variables are very much important whenever you want to do any kind of data analysis into the SPSS. Okay, but what is happening into this status variable, that this status variable is the nominal, but what is the meaning of 0 and what is the meaning of 1, it is not clear. Okay, so 1 stands for, here you have to write down what is the value of 1. 1 stands for event, okay, and 0 stands for censored. Okay, now if you see the data, so event and censored, now you can see. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? That after 72 weeks, that particular patient might have died or the event of interest have occurred, but this patient, after 100 days, this patient is censored. What happened to him? There is no information. So every duration variable must be supplemented with the status of that duration. So this is very much important. So once this thing is clear, then you go to this analyze, and in the analyze you can see that there is a survival and in the survival there are 4 options. One option is the life table, another option is the Kaplan-Meier, another option is the Cox regression, and in the last, Cox regression time dependent covariates. Okay, so in this course we'll discuss these 3. So first of all, we are going to discuss this life table. So when you click on the life table, this window will pop up. Okay, and in this window you can see that the first entry which it required is the time, and we all know that this is the variable time. Okay, now the second thing it is required, that it wants the time in intervals. Okay, in intervals means for the 3 month, or for 6 month of interval, for 1 year of interval. So what interval we should keep here? That is what it is asking. So 0 through here we have the maximum value, and by 3 month or by 6 month or by 12 month. So for this, what we have to do, that we have to analyze our time variable. So we will go to the analyze and descriptive statistics, and in the explore we are going to simply put our treatment here, and we need statistics. And in statistics, what we need the descriptive statistics, if there is some outliers or not, or no. Okay, with descriptive statistics, and then confidence interval of mean. Continue and click OK. So it is going to give me some descriptive of this, and from this we can see that the mean is come out to be 121, and what is the range? So the minimum is 1 and the maximum is 999. Okay, and interquartile range is 1, 2, 3. Skewness is 3.127. Kurtosis is this. Median is 80. Okay. So what we can do, that we can also explore some another things also. And for this, if you'll go to the descriptive, and in the option, we want mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, and not only this, I also want the quartiles of this. So for quartiles, go to the analyze, descriptive statistics, and then in the frequency statistics, and here we can see the quartiles. So we need the quartiles, mean, median, minimum, maximum. Okay, so we need this. Then continue, and I don't want the frequency table, and here I will put time, and then click OK. So the first quartile is 24, second quartile is 80, and third quartile is 147. Okay, so from this we will try to understand that how we are going to prepare that class interval, because the maximum we can see is 999. Okay, in this time, the maximum time duration which we can see is 999. Okay, so this is what we have to take care when we are going to, for example, simply if you can go to the analyze, and then the survival analysis life table, and in the life table you just simply put the time, and 0 through 999, and by how much time. So if you say that okay, by 12 month, if you are going to prepare, so 12 month, it means how much year it is going to take. So 999 is a very long, you can say, if you will divide 999 by 12, 999 by 12, so you are going to get 83 years. Okay, so for it means you are going to get 83 rows. So it is not a correct thing. So here what we are going to do, that seeing this, we have to decide that how we are going to prepare our this class interval. So you can see that 25, 80, and then 147. So even if we are not able to understand, so what I am going to see is the frequency distribution of this. So in the frequency distribution, what I can see is that after 587, after 467, there are, you can see 11111 the number of this, and there is a one patient who is 991, 999, 587, 553, 467, 411. Okay, so this is you can see some sort of outliers are also lying there, but this is what we have to decide when actually we are going to do such kind of data analysis now. So nothing if we are go by principle, so here if we have to put time here inside and 0 to 999, and here I will put 12. Okay, so there will be 87 rows already I told you. And what is the status variable? So put status variable over here and define the event. So values indicating event have occurred. So I have already discussed that one stands, always try to give one when event have occurred, and then continue. Okay, and then after that click OK. So when you will click OK, so you will get a live table chart like this. Okay, so you can see that what is happening. So you can see that 0 event are being there. Okay, this is what number of withdrawal, number of exposed, number of terminal event. So in the earlier stage there are some event, but on the later on you can see 0. So here all these you can see that what is happening in this years. In these years the events are very less, but it will calculate the survival function for you, and the graph is not there. So for getting the graph into the live table, just go to the options, and here you need the plot. So you need the survival plot, or you need the hazard plot, or you need the density plot. Some people also ask for the loss. So there are lots of kinds of survival plots which are available. Then continue and then click OK. So you can see that how this interval upper limit is 999 is changed to 1008. That is what, and then you can see log of survival function. This is the survival function plot that is looking like this. This is the 1 minus survival function plot, and density function and hazard function. Okay, so now what you can do that into the survival analysis, if you want to compare two group, okay, if you want to compare two groups, so here in this factor you can compare these two groups. For example, if you want to compare the survival according to the cell type, so define the range, and range is from 1 to 4 because there are 4 groups. Okay, and then click OK. So this is the live table for squamous cell, and this is the live table for small cell. This is the live table for large cell, adeno cell, and this is the survival curve of these 4 groups. And from this you can see that the survival for the squamous is very much high, and for the adeno the survival is very poor, followed by the small cell. And this is also 1 minus survival function. So that is what this live table technique can do for you. But the important thing is that there are some problem in this live table technique. One problem is that live table technique requires a very large number of data. First thing, okay, although the estimates which we are going to obtain through the live table is better estimates, but it requires a large number of data. And second thing, that is not possible that whether these two graphs are significantly different from each other or not. There are no valid statistical tests established to test the significant difference between these two graphs, and that thing only we can done through the Kaplan-Meier estimation. So for this, if the same data, if you want to do the Kaplan-Meier estimation, so go to the survival, and then instead of live table you have to select this Kaplan-Meier. Here the time you have to select it like this, and there should be no grouping in it, and then the status variable, and define the status. So if you remember, 1 stands for that event have occurred. Then continue. After that you have to compare it for this, or you can say you want to compare for the treatment type. Okay, and then compare factor. So log rank test, continue, and in the options if you can go that you want the survival curve, and want the survival table, quartiles, then click OK. So this is the Kaplan-Meier survival table for those two groups, and this is the summary statistics for the standard and the test. So the estimate of the mean is 123 for the standard and 142 for the test survival time with the standard deviation and 95% confidence interval, and this is for median. Okay. And this is the quartiles of these two, and this is the survival curve between these two. And from this estimate, you can see that these two, this is you can see that the value of p value is coming out to be 0.928. This means that these two treatment type are not significantly different from each other. Okay, so that is what you can comment from it. But here you can see in this data set that the median of standard therapy is 103, and for the test it is 52. Okay, so that is very much concerned about this, but the mean is 123 and for the test is 142. So this is happening because you can see that after some time, if the person survives for the test, so his survival is more. But for the standard therapy, the survival is following the same pattern. So up to 0.5, if you compare the median at here, so this test, the median of test will be on a lower side in comparison to that of the standard. So these small things you people have to understand through the graphs and through these numerical summaries. So the same analysis, if you want to see that what is happening for this, instead of this, we want to see that what is happening according to the cell type. Okay, so you can see that this is the graph, and here the significance, the difference is coming significant. Hello? क्लास में बात करेंगे. Okay, so from these curves, now you can see that it is showing that it is coming according to the cell type. These curves are significantly different from each other, and the statistics of the mean of this squamous cell is 230, 78, 65, and large cell is 170. You can see for adeno it is the minimum. And similarly for this median also, you can see 51 for the adeno and the for the squamous, and the large cell it is more. Okay, so this is what you people can do. Now similarly, I will go to the next problem, and if you can see this Word file. So the next problem is subject on the liver transplant waiting list from this is the data which is taken from of the liver transplant waiting list from 1990 to 1999, and their disposition, whether they received a transplant, died while waiting, and withdrew from the list or censored. Okay, so this is the disposition of them. Data frame of 815 transplant observation on the 6th variable is being maintained, which is available on sheet number 2. The first variable is the age, the second variable is the male or female, third variable is their blood group, A, B or O. The fourth variable is the year in which they entered the waiting list. Fifth variable is the time, you can say time from entry to final disposition. And what is the final disposition? Is the censored death, received the transplant. LTX means they receive the transplant or they withdraw. Okay, so this is what is happening to the event. So if we can look into the sheet number 2, okay, so you can see that this is the data, and in this data, the age, gender, their blood group, year, time, and event. So event, we are interested here. We will see this LTX means the transplant have occurred. So this is the event, and rest of all other things we will say that they are censored. Either they died or they censored. Okay, so that is very much important for all of us to understand. So now what we will do, we'll call the data which is available on sheet number 2 into the SPSS, do some cleaning, and then do the data analysis. Okay, so we'll go to the file, open or import data from the Excel, and from here select sheet number 2, and you can see the data will look like this, and then click OK. Okay, now you can see that data is like this. Okay, now we have to do the there's, for example, the recording of this, the recording of this, and the recording of this. Okay, so this variable here you can see. So what is this M and F? So what we have to do, that we have to go to the transform, record into the same variable, and then select sex, and then instead of male put 1, add, and write down F and put 2, and then add, continue, and click OK. Okay, so now once this is done, after that you can see, then go to the here, change it string to the numeric, and click OK, and then in the values put 1 for write down name, and for 2 write down female. Similarly, for this blood group also, you can go to the transform, recode into the same variable, and then reset ABO, old and new values, A1, B2, O3, and AB4. Okay, continue, and then click OK. After that, you can see that this, and then again go to this, and then instead of numeric, not this, ABO, change it to the numeric. Okay, and in the values, write down 1 stands for A, 2 stands for B, 3 stands for not just a minute, I forgot that what I did. Just a minute, record into the same variable, old and new values, A1, 2, 3, 4. Continue. Okay. Then 3 stands for so, and Click OK. Okay. So now in this way, what we did that we have converted, and similarly the last one is that this LTX and the other one censored. So here what we will do that I think somebody is unmuted themselves. Please take care of it. Okay. Somebody have unmuted. Please mute. Hmm. Don't know how to do this. So this is what I was trying to do. Okay. So some Kriti Batni is there. Please mute yourself. Kriti Batni. Okay. So again, we'll reset it and then event. Somebody can help me that tell Kriti to mute. No. Who is hosting? The host is there. His host is there or not? No host is there. I am the host. Huh? So how we can do that? Lock of participation to this location. This is really difficult for me. Participant and okay. Thank you. So here, so we have selected this event, and in this event, what we will do that this LTX stands for add, and all other values I will keep it 0, means they all are censored. Okay, then continue and then click OK. Then again by this if you can see the data set. Okay, so this is the data set, and here this is now numeric. Okay, and the one is that all of them have the transplant have occurred in all of this, and 0 means either they left the meeting or they died, like this. So now what we will do, we'll try to understand that what is the role of the gender, what is the role of blood group on their time for this transplant. So for this, so first of all, what we will do that we will try to understand that what is the distribution of the time. Okay, so the statistics is quartiles. I need the mean, I need median, and I need the maximum and the minimum. That's it. And then, so this is the summary statistics. Here you can see there are 815 participants. The mean is 213. The median is 128. 50, 128 and 277, and the maximum is 2055. Okay, so you can see that this is the distribution of waiting time for the transplant, and this is the data of 815, and there are few who have waited for 2055 days. Okay, so what we can do is that up to say 15 years. Okay, I think in the description they have not provided that this is the waiting time in days or week. Let me check. Waiting time list and their disposition. So time from entry to the final disposition. So I think it should be waiting time in days, not in month or week. Okay, this must be waiting time in days. So if you okay now. So if it is waiting time in days, if we assume that it is waiting time in days, so for this now, what we have to do, so just go to the analyze and then go to the survival Kaplan-Meier, and then here the fun time we can keep it here, and the status variable, and that because we have coded it one, always try to code one as the event, and then we would like to see whether the blood group have something to do with this transplant. Okay, and then compare factor, use the log rank test, continue, and in the options I need the survival curve, I need the 1 minus survival curve, and I need the what else, continue, and then click OK. So these are the summary statistics of these 4 blood group, and you can see from this that the mean waiting time for AB blood group is the less, it is 166 days, and it is maximum for O blood group 422 days, followed by B and then A. And similarly, the median survival time for AB blood group is 84 days, followed by A 100 days. So once, and this is the 95% confidence interval of median and also for the mean. So this is the percentile that how much 25% people, 50% people, and 75% people, how in how much days they got admitted or they got trans. And this is the curve for all these 4 group. Okay, and the log rank test suggests that these 4 curves are significantly different from each other. So from this you can see that this green, which is the O, therefore their survival time is, you can see their survival time is the less. So here the survival time less means that they are going to get they are going to get the transplant very late. Okay, and this blue one, which is of A, you can see, and this orange one, which is of AB, they both are going to get the transplant very early. Okay, so this is, and this is also there, the reciprocal of the previous curve. So whatever you want to present, you can present it there. Similarly, if somebody will ask that what is the impact of the gender on this, okay, so instead of this blood group, we want to see whether male or whether female, which of them are going to get the transplant early. So instead of that, we simply substituting, and you can see that the log rank test is suggesting that there is no significant difference between the gender, have nothing to do with the lung this transplant, and also their mean is almost 281 and 290 days, and their median is 139 and 158. So they are also very much close to each other. So gender have nothing to do with this lung transplant. It have not any impact on it. Now, one question which is there, that what is the role of age on this? So you can see that since age is not a categorical variable, okay, so this is the problem which has been faced by the people, that how we can see the impact of age on this survival analysis. So for this, Cox regression analysis is being suggested, and tomorrow into the practical classes we will discuss this Cox regression analysis. After Dr. Prabhakar will discuss it into the theory classes. So one more thing you can do here is that you can go one step down. If you can see that at this you can selecting that the first level this, and then you have divided into separate. For male you want the separate, for female if you want the separate. So if so you here you can see that for the male and then the blood group, for the female and then the blood group. Similarly, the percentiles, and also you can see this is the survival curve only for the male among their blood groups, and this is the for the male and this is for the female. So this particular this kind of analysis you people can also do in this. Here what you have to simply select that you can analyze at two-fold. One fold is the blood group and another fold is the strata. That there is one strata that male is different and female is different. So if some confounders are present into your data and you want to analyze the survival analysis in those confounders separately, okay, so you can also do this. So if there is any question, I will take that. Okay, otherwise you people can download this data and practice it, and if there is any issue, so we can discuss it tomorrow also. Okay, any question?